Hello everyone, welcome to my mum's YouTube channel, Lisa's Kitchen and more. Today I'll be talking about my top 10 sharks that I know, and I have one collection and I have a book about animals. It's called the Big Book of Animals, and I will show you the page. Now, there's some sharks, and there's another page. Sharks. There's two sharks, and I found this in the deep. I got this in the deep, and on number 5, we're going to talk about the swordfish, and this is what it is. And I hug this at night when I'm going to bed. So, coming up on number 1, we have the Megalodon. Now, the Megalodon was the most biggest ever shark known to be living on this earth, but it's not roaming on this earth anymore. So, and the prehistoric Megalodon was known as Big Tooth because of its size of its tooth, and it had the most strongest bite ever known to be on this planet. And it is pretty slow at its speed, but because in these today blue whales, if the Megalodons was not roaming on the earth, but here's a cool fact that you might want to know. The Megalodon has been extinct because of these modern days, because the great white shark was coming to roam on this earth because the Megalodon already had some time. So the great white shark, today's great white sharks in the sea, they are just a smaller version of a Megalodon. And the Megalodon, I don't know what's the size, but I think it's about like 10 times bigger than a great white shark. I don't really know. The viewers of this video might know more about me, and that's okay. So, coming up on number 2 is the great white shark. So the great white shark, I said when I was saying the Megalodon, it was a smaller version of the Megalodon. And the great white shark has a less stronger bite force because, as I said, the Megalodon had the strongest bite force ever known of this whole planet. And the great white shark has black eyes, and it has a good bite force. And because I said they are the great white shark and the Megalodon, they are related to each other. So a Megalodon and a great white shark has 2 rows of teeth on each one. So if I was a great white shark, I have teeth, I would have a second row of teeth, but it wouldn't be like squares, it would be like sharp. And I once had a shark tooth, but sadly I lost it, so I can't show you it in this video, but I'll be getting another one soon that I probably will show you when I get it. So yeah, so coming up on number 3 is the Helicoprion. Now a Helicoprion is more frightening than a Megalodon. Well, the Helicoprion is smaller than a Megalodon, but the Helicoprion is... So I didn't know what I was saying there. So a megalodon is bigger than a helicopterian, but a helicopterian is still more frightening, because if you don't already know what a helicopterian looks like, a helicopterian has so if I were a helicopterian, I would have a long nose, a long head, and my mouth wouldn't be like a normal shark mouth like the megalodons. It wouldn't be that big, but it is, because it's smaller. The more the helicopterian, on the helicopterian's mouth, it's like a buzzsaw. So but it doesn't move around like a normal buzzsaw. It doesn't move real fast. A helicopterian is prehistoric. After this helicopterian, we're done with the 2 prehistoric ones, and then we're going back to our modern day ones like the great white shark. So yeah. So guys, because it was prehistoric, of course they're extinct by now. And as I was saying, the helicopterians don't go to school like us, but for their parents, they learn how to use their buzzsaw, a mouth or snout. I think it's a mouth, I'm gonna say it, or a jaw. So a helicopterian learns how to use their buzzsaw mouth. So if I was a helicopterian swimming in the ocean, I have found some prey, I'll be like this. And I'll chop it in half. And then I won't use my buzzsaw to eat, because on the helicopterian's upper mouth, snout, jaw, it doesn't have teeth, so probably it will just swallow it whole. I don't know. But coming up on number 4 is the goblin shark. A goblin shark lives deep under the sea, and I think it has 1 row of teeth, because it hides in the bottom of the sea. So like a dragonfish, for example, is looking for prey, yeah. And then a goblin shark comes up. So how the goblin shark will come, because goblin sharks close their mouths real fast, really fast. You won't even see. And so if I were a goblin shark deep under the sea, and I spot a fish, I forgot what it's called, but don't blame me, because I'm only a child, you know. But this is for people that knows not a lot about sharks, so you can listen to me, so you can impress your parents or something like that. And the goblin shark, when it has a light, it closes its mouth real quick, and has a massive nose. That's why it's known as the goblin shark, because it looks so ugly. So now, coming up on number 5 is the sawfish. Now the sawfish, this one is the sawfish. So you know what it looks like now, but this is not a real life one. So for example, if I was a sawfish, there will be a long nose, and then there will be lots of spikes at the side of my nose, and it uses it. So if there was a sawfish swimming in the sea, and then it sees prey, and I don't know, so I'm just going to use my hand, my fist, as a fish, for example. And then if a fish was coming, we'll chop it. It'll chop the fish and then it'll eat it with its mouth here. Because you won't know where sawfish's mouth is at, because it looks like its mouth is on its belly. And the sawfish is pretty ugly. I use this with Teddy. Yeah. So, coming up on number 6 is called the hammerhead shark. Now, a hammerhead shark is one of the most popular sharks, and the great white shark is it's the most famous shark. I read in my book. So a hammerhead shark's adult is up to 6 meters, and a hammerhead shark is one of the most popular sharks. So if I were a hammerhead shark, my eyes wouldn't be here like me. My eyes will be like, because it's called the hammerhead shark, the hammer will be here, like 2 hammers, so like a normal hammer, but it has like 2 hammer eyes. So, and the end of the hammer is gonna have eyes, and it's unlike the sawfish. It has its mouth and like it's gonna look like it's under its belly, like I said with the sawfish. So now coming up on number 7 is called the mako shark. Now the mako shark is related to the blue shark, and that's coming up on number 8. And a mako shark is known as the fastest shark ever on this planet in these modern days. A mako shark has black eyes too, and it is 13 feet long, and it is known as the blue pointer. And a mako shark can live for over 30 years old. It is also known as the large mackerel shark. So, coming up on number 8 is the blue shark. Now, the blue shark, it can grow up to 12 feet long, and it doesn't have, and it is blue. So if I was a blue shark, my belly would be white, and then for my back it will be blue. It is, all of these sharks have a better bite force, of course. So coming up on number 9 is the basking shark. Now the basking shark is the second biggest shark. Can grow up to 6 to 8 meters long, and it keeps its mouth open. So if I was a basking shark, I'll be like this.
Is it?
Yeah, it swims with its mouth open.
Cool.
Because it is a friendly shark. Because it keeps its mouth open so it can drink some water. I'll be like, unless we're
Okay.
And a basking shark is big, of course, because it's the second biggest shark in the world. And the basking shark has large gills and only eats seaweed and stuff. And now coming up, number 10 is the whale shark. Now the whale shark is the most biggest, and it's the largest fish shark. Or shark. Now a whale shark is 20 meters long, and it is 20,000 kilograms in weight. And each little fish and plankton, so like the basking shark, for example, if a basking shark would be like a whale shark, so a whale shark's mouth would be like flat, more like a pancake folded in half. So if I was a basking shark, I'll keep my mouth open. And then if I were a whale shark, I would be like this. Guys, want to know a fact? You say yes. And the fact that I'm telling you is that a megalodon can grow up to 25 meters long. That's how long it can grow. And if you want to know another fact, that the megalodon, these turtles has lived before the dinosaurs, and the megalodon like sharks has lived for a long time, because turtles lived at the same time where sharks lived, because sharks so a lot of sea creatures lived before the dinosaurs. If you want to know another fact, that a megalodon had been extinct for 3.6 million years ago. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed this video about sharks, about my 8 modern day sharks and my 2 prehistoric sharks. That is it for this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and you hit that bell so you never miss any YouTube video on this channel. So, bye! Have a great evening! Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
evening!